All right, we're back for a quick little stream, maybe about an hour or so. I am heading out in about that amount of time. So, in the meantime, where we left off a few hours ago, we were about to take an extended break, 83-day break to be precise. So that's a huge mid-season break, and that's generally what happens in Serbia around November, end of November or so. So what we're looking at here are the new signings that we brought in. So let's start with Alex Žarković here. We needed a right back, so we brought in one additional right back for now. So we've got three to choose from. We're not exactly in the best of shapes or as deep as I would like to be in that position. But he will he will be all right to fill in. Then since we sold Manic, who kept getting sent off, just a quick reminder, he had 4 red cards in just about 10 matches, and he was our captain. So after the last time he got sent off in the cup, I got really pissed off with him, and I stripped him of his captaincy and ended up selling him. So we got £40,000 for him. The board wasn't happy with us selling him, but if he's gonna have that bad of a disciplinary record, I'm not interested in keeping him around. So he left for Radnički Niš, who are actually playing in the division above us, that being the Superliga. So to replace him, we brought in Colombian midfielder Jonathan Murgas. And yes, I do understand he's way down the pecking order below all of our other players right now, but he can become the best player on our squad if given time and if properly trained. So what we've got set for him is training as a Mezzala in center midfield. We'll put that in double intensity. In retrospect, though, should switch him to box midfielder because that's the position that we need to fill. So yes, he's not as proficient in that role, but with a little bit of training, he can do just fine. Then we brought in Uroš Filipovic here. Another central midfielder or defensive midfielder in this case. And we want him to play as a roaming playmaker. He's terrible in that role, but again, with a little bit of training and the right mentoring on the side, he could be good for us. Again, only time will tell. We'll find out. We'll find out. So now I didn't finish recapping all of that. So the new Makuti is coming in, Nigerian striker. Just as a backup or an emergency backup rather, because we are losing 2 of our strikers at the end of the season. They've signed with other clubs. Then Semir Dacic, a Bosnian striker that was recommended by our scouts initially as an A- recommendation, but he ended up dropping down to B-. But he's still going to be good. Right now, our second best striker on the squad, behind Strahinja Jovanovic, and he's actually leaving next season. So hopefully our youth intake in March will give us some good strikers, and looks like it might. At least one who could be considered a fine prospect. So, and last but not least, Lazar Markovic on central defense. And once again, he is going to be good for us. So, we've also changed up the training schedule. So we'll redo our mentoring here, but yeah, we've changed the training schedule to one I've downloaded from the Steam Workshop here. And looks like we're up against Partizan in the cup. Yes, we are. I was waiting for a moment when we either face Crvena Zvezda or Partizan, and looks like Partizan's going to be our first opponent in the quarterfinal. And that will be one hell of a match to go through. So let's just move on here. We've got about 8 days left in this giant break we had. Also, tomorrow will be just about 4 months since I actually started streaming again. Although I was streaming other games prior to streaming Football Manager. And truth be told, I haven't streamed Football Manager on Twitch since 2014. Nice, Milan Baroš, who we brought in as a coach. We'll be picking up more coaching qualifications. Murgas has been performing well for under 19s, so that's always a good sign. That's a plus. We've been killing it in the league so far. We sit comfortably in first place after about 21 matches played. 46 goal difference. And 51 points overall. 13 points ahead of Železničar in second place. And of course the tactic is same as usual for most of my saves. Of course, we should also take a look at our scouting reports and see if our scouts have identified anyone else with an expiring contract within next 6 months that we should be signing. I'm not sure about any of these. Cifuentes, he's outside of his scouting range. Obviously, because he's not currently residing in Serbia, so we can't scout him. Mateo Kovacic, yeah, right. But there are a ton of players with expiring contracts, and we will not be able to scout all of them. Most of our players have trained well within the last couple of weeks, so praise is definitely warranted for them here. Yeah, that should be it. My cutoff is 7.5 for praising players, so if they're anywhere under that rating, then I'm just not gonna bother with talking to them or giving them praise where it isn't warranted. So that's looking good. Now, do we have anyone that we need to modify the training for here? These guys are all looking good. Stojanovic will train in defensive midfield. Filipovic is looking good. Box to box. So, okay, here's one. Vukan Djordjevic, who's been our standout player so far. He's scored 18 goals, I believe, without double checking his stats. He will train as a shadow striker, which is the position he's playing in. And the assistant has recommended to start him on free kick training. Yeah, training's all taken care of. Perfect. And here we go. The start of the second half of the season. And of course, as some of you might have seen, we just drew Partizan Belgrade for our cup match for the quarterfinal. So Yasmin Koch will make his debut here in the league. He's already started for us in the cup, in all of our cup matches, because we were unable to register him because we bought him too late. Looks like Dacic will get a start as well. Medjedovic is also leaving us, and of course, Jovanovic will also be leaving. Uroš Filipovic. We brought him in from our new affiliate, Omladinac, who are playing in third tier in Serbia. So he will get a start instead of Nikolic here. Again, not the greatest, but he'll do okay. And he's only 23 years old, and we do have him on a proper plan and training plan for a defensive midfielder. Semir Decic, number 18 is already taken up, so we'll give him number 12. Uroš Filipovic will get number 16. Lazar Markovic, 23. And Aleksa Đurkovic will get number 25. All right, here we go. So after a 2.5-month break, we're finally ready to resume our season and hopefully continue dominating the league. We are still a semi-professional club, and our board just won't approve my applications to turn the club professional because, well, they're pretty much broke. That goes off the post. And Budućnost have managed to score first here. They're still on the attack here. And of course, for those of you who weren't here earlier today, we sold our captain because his disciplinary record was just abysmal. he managed to get himself sent off 4 times in about 10 matches. And I finally had enough of him, so stripped him of his captaincy, put him up for sale. And Radnički Niš, I believe it was, came in for him. And we got 40,000 pounds for selling him. So, of course, the board wasn't happy about that, as usual, but I'm happy with the sale. Especially because we mostly signed free agents, and we made one purchase for 5.5 thousand. Stojanovic with a chance here. Almost. So we have a surplus of 35,000 right now. And that's the second goal of the game. Milan Janic scores for Budućnost. And of course, my goal remains the same as it was at the start of the season. Since we're semi-professional, I would not be disappointed if we don't end up getting promoted at the end of the season. But by the way things are shaping up, I think we will be able to secure promotion. Especially because we only have 9 matches remaining. So unless we lose every single one of them, we should be in a fairly good shape for the promotion to the Super League. I'm going to make a quick substitution here. Just haven't quite decided whom to put on. It'll be Nikolic. That's 3-0 for Budućnost. Okay, it's going from bad to worse right now. Not the greatest of starts, not what I had in mind, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm not disappointed regardless of the result here. So 80. Oh, it's 2-0. I guess that third goal for Budućnost actually ended up being pulled back. I wasn't paying close attention to it. But Budućnost have really been just ahead on the scoreline. We're playing better. We're generating more chances, but we're just unable to convert right now. Janic and Lucic makes it 3-0. Of course, with our new signings, especially up front, they have to get accustomed to the way team plays. So It's going to take a little bit of time, but everything will work out in the end. Next up, we have Zlatibor Triton, and I'm pretty sure that the match after that is going to be against Partizan in the cup. That's not good. See, Bob Marley's right here. Every little thing is gonna be alright in the end. Now we're going to revert to our standard lineup. Of course, Dacic will start in here. And we'll put in Novakovic for not for Delic, but for Milikic. And Delic will swap out with Lazar Markovic here, so he will get his debut. And you know what? Djurdjevic will start. Kuti will wear number... Let's give him an eccentric number here. Kuti will wear number 69. And he will make his debut around the 60th minute. Hopefully we can regain our form from the first half of the season and the next couple of matches. Ilic gets tripped up inside the box, and that will be a penalty. Stojanovic will be the spot kick taker here. And he makes no mistake. It's 1-0. Zlatibor on the attack here, but they're unable to make anything happen with the ball. So Žarkovo recovers possession here. Filipovic! What a shot. I knew he was going to be a good signing. And what a way to make an instant impact with the screamer from way out. Another chance here for Žarkovo. Still on the ball, inside the box. Filipovic's got it. Tries to cross it in, but that ends up rebounding off the defender and goes out for a throw-in. Dukic finds Nikolic. Skims the top of the bar there. So it's 2-0 here. We're only 34 minutes into the match. Djordjevic gets set to take the free kick and shoots it way over. There have been no bookings in this match so far, so we're okay to essentially continue on to the second half right away. Filipovic is inside the box again. Tries to cross it in, finds Jovanovic, goalkeeper already dove, and Nikola Dukic puts it away. It's 3-0 here. What a blunder by Uroš Đurić, their goalkeeper. And since I do have to head out in about 40 minutes from now, we'll probably do one more match, maybe two. And that'll be it for this stream. I will be back tomorrow. Jeremic drives forward for Zlatibor, crosses it into the box, and Dragan Radisavljevic puts it away. It's 3-1 right now, with 3 minutes of stoppage time to be added on here. But the goal is offside. It will not count. We also just signed a new 2-year contract, and one thing I always do on every single save that I make or start is when negotiating a new contract for myself, I always take the minimum salary with 0 bonuses and maximum term. I've been doing it that way since FM 2012, just to save the club some money so we can sign more players if we need to, and not dig too much into the finances for the club itself. We're 1 year ahead of schedule on becoming an established Prva Liga team, or Serbian First League for those of you who don't speak Serbian. And also 2 years ahead of schedule for top half finish. So we're doing great. I just flat out lied to him. It wasn't a tactical decision at all. I just know he's not good enough, but hopefully he knows that deep down himself. So we have Radnički up next. That's Radnički Sremska Mitrovica, I think. Yep. There's also Radnički Smederevo. I get confused between the two of them. Maybe now that we've made 40,000, they might allow us to become professional, and we'll try this again. And if that's the case, that means I'm going to have to restructure all of our contracts. Ooh, Stojanovic is injured. 2 to 8 days. We'll give Kuti his first start. I forgot to sub him in last time, like I said I would. Djurdjevic will start up front with Jankovic. and Djordjevic will play behind the two of them as a shadow striker. And Djordjevic has been absolutely phenomenal. He joined us in a free transfer from Red Star Belgrade at the start of the season. And in 23 appearances, he's already collected 17 goals, 4 assists, and 4 Player of the Match awards with 7.57 average match rating. Markovic does need a rest. Filipovic needs a rest. So this will do for right now. Actually, you know what? We're going to start Kuti up here. Lurky Turkey, what up, Cool C? How you doing, man? I'm only doing a really short stream right now because I'm heading out shortly. So we gave away a penalty here. Novic, he shoots and he scores. Good save there by Coach. So this might be our last game before I head out. Either this one or the next one in the cup against Partizan Belgrade. Or Fudbalski Klub Partizan Beograd. Two 0. But the goal will be pulled back. It is offside. Markisic, Kuti, plays it for Djordjevic all alone and shoots it sky high. Žarkovo on the attack here. Oh! So we're 1-0 down at halftime. We can still come back here. Dukic delivers it into the box. Nothing doing there. Djordjevic, Dukic, Djordjevic, Kuti with the ball. Passes it off to Djordjevic again. There's Nikolic. Djordjevic shoots. And that goes out for a goal kick. Žarkovo to restart the play from a throw in defensive zone here. Dukic tries to cross it in for Kuti, I believe, but was unable to find him. We're going to make all 3 substitutions right now. Delevic gets sent off. Ah, fucking great. Fucking amazing. That just cancelled all of our changes too. Oh no, it didn't. Or maybe it did. So Filipovic just came on. Can't drop him into central defense, so we're going to spread our defenders out. And looks like our changes did get cancelled, because the new Makuti is still on. So Jankovic will come on to replace him. Petkovic crosses it in. Koch got a hand on it, but Nikolanovic puts it away. It's 2-0 for Radnički Sremska Mitrovica here. So we've dropped 2 out of 3 of the last matches. 1 win, 2 losses since the season restarted here. Jankovic launches a counterattack for Žarkovo here. Tried to make a solo run, but wasn't able to do so. Jankovic all alone here, and Šegavac has that firmly in his clutches. So it will be a 2-0 loss here. And not the best of times to incur a loss here, especially considering we have one of the Serbian giants coming up in the quarterfinal. This is probably the biggest match of our season right now. Of course, Crvena Zvezda or Red Star are still waiting. And we're more than likely to, if we get past Partizan, which is highly unlikely. But if we get past them, they will be waiting for us somewhere along the line, either in the semi-final or the final. Yep, they're facing Voždovac, and they should easily win that match. Here we go. We're playing at home versus Partizan. This should be a sellout. And we are going to play the best possible, put forward the best possible lineup here. Burgas is tired. I was planning to give him a run out, but that's not going to happen. Novakovic will play with Markovic in central defense here. And we'll start with coach and net, just like we have been for every single cup match so far. And we've come a long way since the start of the season. Right now we have 26 players that are registered for the league, whereas we had 19 when we started the season. We're not going to be counterattacking against Partizan here. There's just no point. And we're going to play much deeper with our defensive line. So here we go, going into our biggest match of the season. Koch makes a nice save there, pushing the ball aside for a corner. Nacho with the corner here. And good defending on our end. Žarkovo on the attack here, but thanks to a misplaced pass, we end up losing possession momentarily. Novakovic crosses it over into the box, but Markovic is able to clear that away for Partizan. Merig crosses it in, and that goes sailing over the bar. And that this is a penalty for Partizan here. Nacho steps up to take it and scores. Žarkovo on attack here. What a goal! Despot Obrenovic with his first goal of the season, and what a way to score it. It is 1-1 here. So yes, this will be the last match for the evening for me. I'm hoping we come away with a good result. I'd be happy with a 1-1 draw, but of course it's too early to predict the scoreline right now. Ilic will come on to replace Dukic. Danic will come on for Djordjevic. Murgas is tired. I would love to give him a run out here, but he is our only option though. So those will be the only changes we'll make. Obrenovic lays it off to Danic there. Pesa gets possession of the ball for Partizan. Nacho. Ricardo. Filipovic. Nacho. Diabate. Terzic shoots, and that ends up sailing wide. Partizan on the attack here. Filipovic to Nacho. Jovic into the box, and Ricardo Gomes makes it 2-1. Now we truly have nothing to lose, and we're going to go on an all-out attack here. Partizan on the attack again, but we're able to recover possession of the ball here. Filipovic plays it back for Markovic. Good cross to Jankovic. Dacic plays it to Jovanovic. Ilic trying to find Jovanovic up front, but fails to do so. We're still on attack here. Danic back for Filipovic, shoots from way out, and that's way over the bar. Jovic, Filipovic, and then Diabate makes it 3-1. So this one's probably all but over right now. Honestly, I didn't expect to win. I just wanted them to have a good run out there, and they've already done that. There's plenty to be pleased about here despite the loss. Danic, Obrenovic, Dacic crosses it into the box, but it's all too easy to deal with for the goalkeeper. Filipovic, Dacic. Partizan on the counter here. That could have been 4-1, but the shot ends up going wide. Terzic plays it back for Sasha Jovanovic. Partizan on the attack here, and it is 4-1. Nikola Terzic completes the scoreline, and we can simulate the rest of this match. So it's a 4-1 loss in the end. All right, so that will be it for me for right now. Again, thank you all for tuning in, and I will likely catch you again tomorrow.